everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I invented Barfi coconut kurma cups. You all are going to love this. This is the best of three worlds. A Salara, a kurma and a Barfi. So let's get started with this very unique recipe. We're going to start with our flour. We're adding in coconut milk powder. Then I'm going to go in with some cardamon and some cinnamon powder. Also add in some nutmeg at this time. I forgot to add in the nutmeg and you'll see me adding it later on in the video. In goes milk powder, full cream milk powder, and sweetened coconut flakes, or you can use regular coconut flakes. Just want to give that a quick mix. Now, a half of a teaspoon of baking powder went in, but I missed recording that piece, so please add that in, and a heaping tablespoon of ghee. You want to cut that ghee into the flour, and then here you'll see I'm adding in that nutmeg that I forgot. Now goes in condensed milk and evaporated milk. Now, if you guys think that this recipe is a little too technical for you, here is the trick. What you can do is save some dough when you make kurma and save some milk mixture when you make barfi. And all you'll have to do is make the coconut filling for this and put it all together, and you'll have a very unique dessert. So this is my coconut kurma, that fat kurma, that is that recipe. So it is a kurma dough that you're using here. Now we're going to roll this out, and you're going to roll it out to about 1/4 of an inch in thickness, because we have to make little rounds to put into our tart pans. So roll that out and then cut out your circles using a cookie cutter. You want to cut them a little bit bigger than the pan so that it fits properly in there. Save that excess dough. You can form that back into a dough ball and make some more. You get 32 pieces out of this recipe. So press that into the pan. Now once you press it into the pan properly, you're going to take a fork and make a few indents on the bottom so that it doesn't sweat when it's baking. Then these go onto a sheet pan once you're done making those indents. And you're going to bake these at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes until they're golden brown. When they come out, you'll set them aside and allow it to cool down before you unmold it. Let's make the barfi for this. So for this barfi, we're using 2 cups of full cream milk powder, and you want to pack that into the cup really well. And then 2 teaspoons of fresh ginger, ghee, and cardamom or elaichi. And we're going to give that a mix. And then I'm going to add in a tablespoon of media cream or table cream. If you don't have this, you can use some heavy cream. So this is a more of a thicker cream, as you can see here. You want to mix that into the milk and mix until this dries out and it doesn't feel tacky or sticky or wet anymore. It would take a couple of minutes for that to happen, and then you're going to sift it. I like sifting it in that way the pieces of ginger are left behind in the strainer and you don't eat or bite into it when you're eating your barfi. But if you want to pulse this in your food processor, you can also. I just prefer this sifting method. So once you finish sift it, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of icing sugar, powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar, and you're going to give that a mix. Now this is my secret to making barfi perfect without having to make a pag. So set that aside, I'll show you how we finish it. We're going to grate 1 dry coconut on the fine side, the shredding side of the grater, and then once you finish grate it, we're going to transfer it to a pan on a medium heat, and we're going to add in that coconut along with some light brown sugar or granulated sugar, whatever you have on hand. And I'm going to go in with some red food coloring, or you can use pink or any other color you like. Mix that, and if you think you need more food coloring, you'll add more later on. I'm going to add in some nutmeg, and I always use freshly grated nutmeg. You guys would know that by now. Some more food coloring, and allow this to cook until all of the moisture from the coconut dries out. You'll see how vibrant it starts to look when it's cooking. Just before it's done, add in some vanilla or mixed essence. Mix that in, make sure that all of the liquid has dried out, and then it'll be time to place the coconut into the tart shells. See how it looks? The liquid has dried out. So I like using this little mini scoop, and I'm going to scoop it into the tart shells, and then you're using that same scoop and you're going to scoop the milk mixture. But first we're going to press down here, and once you press down, set it aside. Let's finish that milk mixture. Remember, we put icing sugar in it to sweeten it. All you'll need to add now is some hot water. So add in the hot water a little at a time and mix. Do not add all at the same time. This is going to come together faster than when you use a pag or a sugar syrup. It's going to taste just like Barfi, and it's just a trick and a hack that I came up with last year to make making Barfi really easy. So now you're going to scoop out the milk and place it onto those cups with the coconut. Doesn't it look really pretty? Now you're going to press down to cover and hide that coconut, because that's the surprise when they bite into this. It's a really nice thin layer of milk, so you're not getting like too much when you take that bite and you get all 3 layers. All you have to do is press in some sprinkles, and I like doing it like this. It actually presses in better. And that's it. All you have to do now is bite in and enjoy. Look how beautiful this looks on the inside. I can't wait for you all to try it. Try this, eat, and save it for Diwali. Happy Eid Mubarak to the Muslim community from me and my family. Thank you all so much for joining me for this amazing recipe. Tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys make using my recipes. Bye everyone.